Every quilt needs to be quilted, and every quilter needs to quilt her own quilt at some point. Free Motion Mastery in a month is the easiest, fastest way for your customers to learn free motion quilting. Using a unique series of body motions, tracing, drawing, and quilting, Free Motion Mastery in a month makes every encounter with free motion quilting a success. In this video, I'll introduce Free Motion Mastery in a month products, talk about what makes Free Motion Mastery in a month unique, let you experience how it works, and show you how you can bring Free Motion Mastery in a month to your store. Have a pencil and paper handy so you can participate in some practice with me a bit later on, and find your print screen key so you can save images as we go. To begin, let me tell you a bit about myself. I'm Renee Merrill, the creator of Free Motion Mastery in a month. I'm the author of several popular books on quilting, and I've been teaching since 2008, including top venues such as AQS Quilt Week, OSQE shows, and International Quilt Festival. I'm also a Bernina ambassador. Free Motion Mastery in a month came from the intersection of two different parts of my life, quilting and piano. From the time I was young, I trained to become a concert pianist. Eventually, I got a master's degree in piano performance, and I played professionally and taught for many years. Free motion quilting clicked for me when I realized that the hand skills I learned as a pianist applied perfectly to free motion quilting, and that the process to teach them were the same. All my experience as a pianist, a teacher, and a quilter came together in Free Motion Mastery in a month to create a simple step-by-step learning system for machine quilting success. Free Motion Mastery in a month starts with a book of 30 daily lessons and a toolkit. There are also video classes and patterns that coordinate with the lessons. We offer a teacher certification program that includes lesson plans, class projects, marketing materials, and more. You can bring Free Motion Mastery in a month into your store by selling the products, offering classes, creating a Free Motion Mastery in a month club for ongoing customer engagement, and becoming a certified teacher. So how does it work? To begin, understand that free motion quilting is a combination of three complex skills I call the 3 M's: machine control, muscle memory, and a mental map. Each of these skills requires different brain and body functions. Quilters struggle when they just dive in, because learning all this at once is like trying to learn to sing while listening to 3 songs at once. Another reason quilters often struggle when learning free motion quilting is that they try to learn skills out of order. Simply put, it's essential to learn the right skills in the right order. So, along with breaking down free motion quilting into individual skills, Free Motion Mastery in a month breaks quilting patterns down into 6 basic shapes that are like the alphabet of quilting. Every pattern is built from these. Would you please draw these on your paper in the full size you see them on your screen as I tell you what they are? A straight line, a C curve, a circle, a teardrop, an S curve, a spiral. Learned in this progressive order, each new shape contains the previous ones, so going from one shape to the next is just a simple step. Creating a design becomes easy because you understand the basic elements and motions that build it. This is how Free Motion Mastery in a month sets up your student to succeed at each new skill, and when they succeed, they get excited. So now, I'd like you to experience Free Motion Mastery in a month for yourself in a short mini lesson. Have your paper and pencil handy and get ready to stand up and move your arms for a few moments. Free Motion Mastery in a month is a series of daily lessons. You can do them in a month or spread them out. The first lesson teaches machine setup and control, including how to get the right stitch length and smooth flowing motion. After that, each lesson has quilting yoga for body mechanics, tracing for muscle memory, drawing for a mental map, and then you combine those skills as you quilt 1 block a day. We're going to do a lesson on C-curves using this C-curve daisy design from the C-curves tracing sheet. Let's begin with quilting yoga. This is quilting yoga for C-curves.
We're going to start with our hands parallel to the floor, and our thumbnails are overlapped so our hands are connected together. We're starting from your waist, make a big C curve all the way out as far as you can reach and back to your waist. Now we're going to do it again, and this time we're going to go smaller each time. So we go big, smaller, 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 until there's just a little C curve right there in front of us at sewing machine position. Now let's do it again on the other side. Start big, and then go smaller, 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 until your C curve is just an inch or two big right in front of you at sewing machine position.
The next exercise is tracing. Tracing exercises are done with a master trainer and tracing sheets that can be found in the book and in the toolkit. Tracing mimics the motion of quilting at the sewing machine, but can be done anywhere, anytime. A few minutes of tracing a couple of times a day builds muscle memory before quilting a design at the sewing machine. The great thing about tracing is that there's no fear. There's no ruined fabric, and there's no struggling with a sewing machine you can't control yet. Tracing eliminates the trial and error of learning the pattern, so it's fast, and there's nothing to unlearn from doing it wrong. Normally, tracing is the second exercise in the daily lesson, but because you don't have a tracing sheet yet, we'll go on to drawing and then come back to this in a few moments. Draw along with me as I walk you through the architecture of this C-curve daisy. Then, when I'm done, I'll ask you to draw it from memory using your own mental map.
To begin, notice that the center of the flower is a circle about 1 inch in diameter. Then, each petal is about the size of your fingertip. As you move out of the flower, notice that each petal stays the same size and the points between them don't match up. They do, however, move in nice and close so that the flower stays integrated.
Now you're ready to draw. Take a last look at the design before I take it off the screen. I'll give you about 30 seconds to draw. Ready? Go! Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I could see your C-curve daisy right now, I'd probably be saying, great job! Now, use your drawing as a tracing sheet and let's do the tracing exercise. I'll do it with a master trainer. If you'd like to follow along, put your hands in the same position you used for quilting yoga with your thumbnails overlapped. Where my dot is on the trainer, put your thumbnails over the line of your drawing.
To begin, I place the dot in the middle of the trainer tool on the line of the tracing sheet. Then I put my hands on the trainer tool in the position I'll use at the sewing machine. I move the dot along the line so that I'm mimicking exactly the motions that I'm going to make at the sewing machine to quilt this shape. When I get to the outside of the shape, I'll turn around and go back in this direction, even though this isn't the direction that I'll quilt it, because this gives me the practice of doing a C-curve in every direction in both clockwise and counterclockwise positions.
Finally, quilting is where it all comes together. Machine control, muscle memory, and mental map. Each learned separately, now combine as you quilt the design. Students are delighted to find they can quilt confidently and successfully. Fast forward to the end of the lessons, and students use their practice blocks to make their very first quilt that they quilted themselves. So here's how to bring Free Motion Mastery in a month to your store. Sell Free Motion Mastery in a month products, including the book, the toolkit, video classes, and patterns. You can sell them in-store, in workshops, and online. We'll even drop ship direct to your customers. Offer Free Motion Mastery in a month classes and events at your store. These can be live online or in person with your in-store instructor or a representative from Free Motion Mastery in a month. You can even set up a Free Motion Mastery club. The longer format provides a deeper learning experience for your customer, while student camaraderie and incentives for meeting milestones keep customers engaged, and multiple returns to your store mean more sales. Here's our Free Motion Mastery in a month graduation pin. Free Motion Mastery in a month patterns coordinate with lessons in the book and in workshops. They give students beautiful, fun, and useful ways to use their practice blocks. We bring out a new pattern each month for projects of various sizes, and most patterns can be made with or without Free Motion Mastery lessons, so you can sell them to any customer. Our patterns are sold as reproducible licenses, customized with your store name and URL. You pay for the pattern once, then sell it as often as you like, in print or as a downloadable PDF. Use them as projects and workshops. Another way to generate revenue from our patterns is to participate in our fabric kit marketplace. You create fabric kits to sell in your store, and we also list them on our website. When a customer clicks to buy that kit, they're directed to your store to buy it. Our certified teacher program trains a Free Motion Mastery in a month teacher in your store and provides you with lesson plans and videos, project patterns, promotional materials, and more. Monthly newsletters and quarterly webinars keep you up to date on new techniques and products, and cooperative advertising helps local customers find you. Teacher training sessions are held online, so you don't need to leave your store. There are 2 two-hour sessions each week for 4 weeks, and our next sessions begin the first week of April and the first week of May. If you're interested, click your print screen button now to save these dates. Finally, think of the spin-off sales of other products that come from your customers learning to do free motion quilting. More quilting supplies, more classes, and of course those big ticket items, sewing machine upgrades and accessories. From new sewists to quilters who want to improve their skills, help your customers master the art of free motion quilting and boost your bottom line with Free Motion Mastery in a month.